Hi guys, and welcome to calculator tutorial developed using C++ builder. Right, let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to take care of the backspace, and let's assume we say 83 multiplied by 9. No, we don't want to multiply by 9. We can get rid of that. Multiply by 2. There we go. Let's divide that by 4 plus, and make use of plus minus. Okay, multiply that by 8 there, and clear. And that's how it works, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C++ builder, and let's put one of these together. So we exit out and we start a new project entirely. Come straight to file, new project, select window VCL application. Now that the development environment is ready, I'm going to define the size that much. Well, let's just see how wide that's going to be. So the width is about, let's make that 440, and the height, I'm going to make the height about 600 plus. That is fine. Now let's come right here where the palette is. Just type in TE, that is the text editor. Grab that and just drag it that much right there. Okay, that's fine. And let's see. Okay, let's just change the size of that height to about 66. And the width, I'm going to make that about 400 plus. 406. That's fine. Okay, now the next thing is let's add buttons. Type in TB, grab a button and just paste it right there. So I'm gonna kind of like make the height about 90. There we go, something like that. Let's see if it's 90. 97. Make that 90, and the width can be around 97. Alright, select both components and let's increase the font size to something readable. Come right here where we have the font, change that to bold, about 36. There we go. And this very one here, let's change that from bold to regular, and go right at the top. Let's change the align to align right, and the text content on it, get rid of that. Just enter a 0 in there. This very one, let's get rid of. Now let's copy that very button, Control C. Now paste. We have to select both again. There we go. Yeah. Alright, let's just copy it across. Control C, copy, paste. There we go. Let's select it all. Let's kind of like get it centered. Now just paste it again. Now we need just one more. Bring it down. Copy and paste. Right there. Okay, now all done. You see this very one? Let's enter 7 right there. We have 8, 9, the plus sign, subtract 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, multiply, division, equals, dot and a 0 here. Alright, and right here we enter C. Up here we enter CE, test entering. And these two, I'm going to change those ones. Let's go into Word, grab Word. All you guys need is to go to Insert and then click on the symbol. Inside the symbol, select more symbol, go straight to wingings. Right there in winging, what you need is the backspace. That's winging there, that's how it's spelled. Okay, you need a backspace. Grab the backspace, and I'm going to paste the backspace in here. Go to the font caption there and change the font to wingings. Right here, grab the font and just type in W there. That's wingings. There we go. Now repeat the same thing for the plus minus. Get hold of the plus minus and just click there. In the case of the plus minus, you don't have to change the font, so that's fine. There. Now come right here. Let's change the name, the variable name of that very text box to, since it's called T-edit, I'm just going to call it edit display. There we go. Now for the buttons, this one is going to be known as BTN. BTN backspace BS, BTN CE, BTN C, and the next one beside it is going to be known as BTN plus minus PM, BTN addition, no, add, BTN 9, BTN 8, BTN 7, BTN 4, BTN 5, BTN 6, BTN subtract, BTN multiplication, that would just be mod, BTN 3, BTN 2, BTN 1. Then we have BTN 0, BTN dots, BTN equals, and finally BTN divide. There we go. Now they all have their own official names. So now what we need to do is just to add a couple of lines of code to get this calculator working. Select all the number buttons, just hold on to your control, just click, and there we go. Now what we want is right here in the object inspector, we have what is known as event. Click on the event, and the event we want to use is on click. Right inside on click, I'm going to change the name to number click. There we go. Right inside number click, the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to create an object. The object is button times B. So the B, that's going to be the name of my object. Alright, so I will now say equals, let's open a bracket, so T button, and that will be, let's say, times, close that bracket, and that is going to be sender, enter semicolon. We need another bracket here. There we go. So I've just created an instance of an object there. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to use an if statement. If edit display, that's the name of my text box, dash text equals 0. Remember the 0 that I enter in there, enter a curly braces. Then we now say edit display, that will be equals B dash caption. It's not a text box, it's going to be a caption. There we go. There. Else, open up a curly braces, edit display equals edit display plus b dot caption. There, that should take care of all of my buttons. Okay, let me run it and just see how that looks like. There we go. So that is my buttons working as expected, so that is fine. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take care of all of the arithmetic operators. Select it all, and let's come straight to the events right here. Okay, and in here I'm just going to call it operator clicks. Press enter. Alright, I have my operator click procedural area, so I'm just going to copy this same. So that is the object. I've just copied it. Now I'm going to officially declare some variable. Let's go up here first. You see right up here, I'm going to declare some variable there. So right underneath the form1, the very first variable will be first number, and first number is the data type is going to be double. So let me just enter first number there, comma, second number, comma, and answer. Now let's declare another one. We'll call it OP. That is a string variable. That is it, all my variable declared. Now I'm going to go back to this form here. Let's double click on my operators right here, double click on it, and that brings me back here. Remember the object that I created that still leave the name as B. So let's come down here. We now want to say first number. That will take in whatever value we have inside our test, our edit display. Let's open a bracket and paste that in here. Dot to double. Okay, so what will happen is whatever we have in there is converted to double. In that case, operator will be equals whatever we have inside B. Paste that in there. That is the operator. Once we get whatever we have inside there, the operator can be plus, minus, or division. We now want the edit displayed. We want it cleared. There we go. I've just taken care of my operators. So let's run that. There, no error. So let's say 98 plus whatever. There. Okay, now let's take care of the plus. This very one, the equals sign. Double click on the equals, and right here I'm going to say equals. That will be whatever we have inside equals. The second value should be stored inside the second value, unless I might as well just grab all of these where we have the convert to double. Now underneath here, let's use an if statement to determine the selection made. We're going to say if OP equals, remember I'm using double equals, not one in equals, equals the plus sign, open up a bracket. We now want answer, which is one of the variable declared, equals first number plus second number. There we go. Now grab this, edit display, is going to be equals answer, the very first one taken care of. Now I'm going to copy this and use else if. Come right down, else if, paste. In this case, let's assume the operator is subtract. Changes to subtract. Grab that I've copied and paste it right underneath here. The next one is if it's multiplication, the operators in here become multiplication. And the same thing applies to the next one here. If that is division, and this become division as well. There we go. That is it. I've just finished taking care of my equal sign. So let's try that out. Run. There we go. Let's say 45 multiplied by 3. There we go. Okay, we cannot clear yet, or we cannot go backspace or whatever. So we need to take care of 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So let's come back down here. Double click on this very easy one there, and in there I'm just going to copy this and change the value to 0. Paste and get rid of this. The value becomes 0. That is taken care of. Alright, now let's take care of the other one right here, clear entry. With the clear entry, I'm going to first of all clear whatever I have in there, and underneath here I'm going to declare a string variable that I'll call F and S. There. F, that will take in whatever value I have inside the first number. Remember that variable up right up there, the global variable. And S, that will take in second number. There. Okay, now let's clear both value. F equals clear, S equals clear. So that should take care of the sign plus minus. No, the sign clear entry. So let's run it. Run. So what happened in that case is the first entry is in. Let's assume we say 8 multiply by 9. You don't want to multiply by 9, you change your mind. I want it multiplied by 2. Get rid of that. Add 2. There we go, 16. So that's how the clear entry works. Now that works. Okay, let's take care of the plus minus. Come right here, double click on the plus minus. With the plus minus, I'm going to first of all declare a variable. I will just call that Q equals entry. Yeah, entry display. The entering display dot to double there. And entering display equals, open up a bracket, minus 1 multiplied by Q. So whatever we have inside Q is then multiplied by minus 1. So that takes care of the plus minus. Right, let's run that and see. So if I say 56 plus minus multiplied by 4, there. Alright, plus minus is taken care of. Now let's take care of the backspace. Double click on backspace. With the backspace, first of all, I'm going to declare an integer value. I'm going to call that, let's go for Q. Q equals edit display. Dot length. Now that dot text dot length. Enter parentheses. Close that. Now I'm going to use an if statement. If whatever we have inside Q is equals to 1, and I want enter curly braces, and I want the edit display will be equals 0. Else edit display equals 0 for now. Then say let's declare another variable. This variable I'm going to call that D. D equals edit display dot delete. And what are we deleting? We're deleting whatever we have inside Q by 1. There. In that case, edit display equals D. There we go. And that should take care of my backspace. Now let's run it. Click on run. Let's enter whatever value and backspace, backspace. Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, so finally let's take care of the dot sign or the decimal sign. Come right here, double click on that. So with that, I'm going to use an if statement. So let's say if not edit display dot position has the following value, I would then say edit display equals edit display plus decimal place. There we go. That should take care of my dot for me. Okay, if there's nothing in there, do this. So let's run it. Run. There we go. So let's say we have that. That is fine. That's good. Multiply that by 4. There. Multiply that by 5. There. Backspace. Yeah, guys, that is very nice. I like this package. So I'm going to save it. Save the whole project right now. I'll just save it right in there. Let's call it calculator. Save. And save the project pack as well as calculators. That is it, all saved. There we go. So I'm going to run it one more time. There we go, guys. There. And just before I leave, let me show you guys the lines of code again. This is where I created my object for all the buttons, for the numeric buttons, and right here for the operators. Then we have the equals function. Underneath here we have clear. Here is clear entry, and right here we have plus minus. Then we have backspace, and finally we have decimal point. Run it one more time. There we go, guys. 25 multiplied by 8. There. Multiply by 7. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. Actually, this tutorial was as a request of a viewer out there. So I'm just going to call it the end of this tutorial anyway. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. And I will recommend you guys trying out this C++ builder. It's a very nice package. Bye for now.